everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This is a team that comes into the game wishing there was more on the line, but the reality is they're just playing out the string at this point. Still, despite their disappointing season, you can be sure they'll be giving it their all here. It's the Seahawks going up against the Buccaneers. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Winston now to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Jameis again. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, these two, Winston and Evans, formed a pretty good bond in Winston's rookie year. But they're still getting to know each other, and this one's going to wind up intercepted.
In the slot on the right is Graham. After the interception, here's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. first carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 2nd down, Rawls. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. A really nice carry there by the Flint, Michigan native Thomas Rawls.
A transfer from Michigan back to Central Michigan. Got overlooked in the NFL draft when he came out. Ended up being a priority free agent. And boy, what a rookie season he had before injuring an ankle. This guy is something else. When he gets going, their offense really responds.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain. On the ground, Rawls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
on third down, Winston. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Jameis now on first down. They set up the screen to Martin. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Third and long for Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the rookie, Travis Feeney. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Wildcat look. Here's Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They go again with Rawls. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off, it's J.J. Wilcox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
One receiver to the left is Evans. A 1st down throw for Winston. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. give them 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Bucs a first down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Wilson on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On third down, Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, one of the Bucs off-season signees. It's the former Jag, Brian Anger, to punt it away. Doug Baldwin deep here for Seattle. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, Winston again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. On third down, Winston. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. One receiver to the left is Evans. Jameis again. Finding time. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Winston. Evans has it left side. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And a nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. One receiver left, 3 to the right. From the red zone now, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now Jameis on second down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Cliff Averill in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's fourth down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And Aguayo able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Direct snap. Rawls. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Here's Wilson trying to lay one up deep. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Paul Richardson, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TV.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. After the interception, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Fresh set of downs here. Now Wilson on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And on 2nd and 10 now. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a 1st down. They're just 1 yard. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Baldwin now to return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They come out here in the eye. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Buccaneers have it.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit. Winston now after the fumble recovery.
And now here is another interception. It's the rookie Travis Feeney. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this one's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On second down, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete. Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
4 yards remaining now on second down. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And that formation won't yield much here as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. In the slot on the right is Graham. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Eddie Lacy's build is one for goal line running. I know he's got a little more wiggle and shake than you expect, but this is what you count on, isn't it? Hand him the ball here and let him run over some people.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Here's the sneak with Wilson. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
And needed a full yard there. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Lutz's kick is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
To the air here after the INT. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be...
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Eddie Lacy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come up in an offset eye. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Evans has it left side. 23 yards on the play.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
His throw incomplete.
Partner, we've been lucky enough over the years to watch Richard Sherman work out in practice, training camps, and I always come back to one thing. The intelligence in which he plays his position, because he knows what he wants to get done and what offenses can do to him, he takes very few false steps and is almost always in great position to knock the ball away as we just saw there.
They're calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Aguayo on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They come out here in the eye. They run it again with Lacey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. In the slot on the right is Graham. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It's the Bucs' new signee from New York, Robert Ayers. In there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll field this at the 5. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. And now here is another interception. It's the rookie, Travis Feeney. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now some love it, some hate it. Here it is. It's the Wildcat look. The direct snap to Procise. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
This time Wilson will throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. 5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side. Throwing is Wilson. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A very solid gain of 27. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Winston. He's got Evans. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They come out here in the eye. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to. They're probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
19.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. On 2nd down, Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
One back is Lacey, and he'll get it up the middle.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh, my goodness. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
When you've got a big guy like that in your backfield who runs as a big man and breaks tackles, it is paramount for a defense to have extra defenders in his vicinity at all times. Because you got to figure he's going to break through the first guy. You're going to need tacklers 2, 3, 4 in order to get him down. Because if you don't, he can continue to run and run it really, really well.
They stay on the ground on 1st down with Lacey. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. On second down, Lacey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. In the slot on the right is Graham. Here's Wilson going up top. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll look to throw. Backing up. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah, Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Seahawks, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.